Bitcoin hitting new highs? Experts weigh in on North Korean crypto activity, institutional investments, and the potential for a $1 million BTC. Find out what Trump's administration is saying about Bitcoin and the future of crypto. Plus, get the inside scoop on Ethereum, altcoins, and market trends. Don't miss out. In the latest video from Crypto Rover, he argues against the idea that Bitcoin is currently forming a double top, similar to 2021, which many are saying signals a market downturn. He points out significant differences between the current market and 2021, including the absence of major Ponzi schemes and a different Federal Reserve interest rate policy. He notes substantial institutional investment in Bitcoin, citing companies like Metaplanet, MicroStrategy, and GameStop. Crypto Rover believes the market top will likely occur 18 months after the Bitcoin halving, aligning with historical trends. He dismisses current bearish sentiment, citing on-chain indicators like low net realized profit and funding rates. He anticipates a final Bitcoin rally, targeting a triple top around $4,000, and highlights the potential for significant gains in altcoins, particularly Ethereum, during this period. He predicts this Ethereum rally could reach $4,000. He encourages viewers to copy his altcoin trades via a link in the description, offering a bonus for signing up with Femex using his referral link. While Crypto Rover's optimism is infectious, it's important to remember that cryptocurrency markets are notoriously volatile. His prediction about a triple top and the emphasis on the historical patterns following Bitcoin halvings is a common sentiment among some analysts, but it's not a guaranteed outcome. There's always a risk of unforeseen events impacting the market, and relying solely on historical trends can be misleading. Diversification and risk management are crucial in such a volatile environment. His promotion of a specific exchange and trading strategy, while common on such channels, should also be approached with caution. It is always prudent to carefully weigh the risks and potential rewards before making any investment decisions. In the latest video from Lark Davis, he discusses Ethereum's price hovering within a range between its 200-day EMA, around $2,460, and 200-day SMA, around $2,680. He suggests a breakout trade above $2,680, targeting $3,300 with a stop loss at $2,630. He also analyzes PEPE coin, recommending a long position if it breaks above $0.0000127, targeting $0.0000019 with a stop loss at $0.0000124. He mentions positive news like delayed Chinese tariffs and Ethereum scaling updates. He promotes BitUnix throughout, offering incentives like a $10 sign-up bonus and the chance to win $500 during daily live streams. While the analysis provided is interesting, it's important to remember that market predictions, particularly in the volatile crypto space, should be taken with a grain of salt. The mentioned positive news, while potentially impactful, doesn't guarantee price increases. The technical analysis, focusing on moving averages and MACD, provides a framework, but market sentiment and unforeseen events can easily shift the trajectory. It's also worth noting that the heavy promotion of a specific exchange could indicate a biased perspective. In the latest video from Coin Bureau, Guy discusses the rising concern of North Korean IT workers infiltrating Western companies, particularly within the tech and crypto industries. These workers, often highly skilled, use fabricated identities and remote work opportunities to secure positions primarily for financial gain for the North Korean government. While malicious activity has been limited so far, focusing mainly on earning and repatriating salaries, the potential for espionage and data breaches remains a concern. The video mentions the FBI's warnings, Mandan cybersecurity report highlighting this trend, and the workers' use of tools like ChatGPT and Gemini for job applications. The estimated annual revenue generated for North Korea from this program ranges between $200 million and $600 million. The situation with North Korean IT workers is complex. On one hand, their technical skills are undeniable, highlighting North Korea's investment in STEM education. On the other hand, the ethical and security implications are troubling. While their current focus seems to be on financial gain, the potential for misuse of their access to sensitive systems is a real worry. It's a reminder of how geopolitical factors can intersect with the tech world in unexpected and potentially dangerous ways. The fact that they are contributing to projects in the crypto space is particularly concerning given the industry's already existing vulnerabilities. In the latest video from Crypto's Roost, Bitcoin bounced back above $106,000 after some whale activity. The host isn't sweating Fed Chair Powell's comments, pointing out that Powell's just sticking to the 2% inflation target. Good news on the trade deal front, talks between the US and China might be starting up again soon. The host believes a deal would be great for Wall Street and markets. He mentioned a NASDAQ-listed company wants to buy $1.5 billion in Bitcoin, and Michael Saylor's MicroStrategy is coming out with a new share offering called Stride to buy even more Bitcoin. The host pointed out that Bitcoin's price often follows the M2 money supply in gold and thinks we're still heading up. He says that Ethereum saw $321 million flow into ETFs recently, which is good for the price. Solana is also getting attention with its upcoming phone launch and new SKR token in August. Finally, Robinhood buying Bitstamp for $200 million is a sign that more people want to buy crypto. He thinks Bitcoin could hit $108,000 or $109,000 soon. It's interesting how Bitcoin seems to be mirroring gold's price action, even if gold moves much slower. That relationship is something worth looking at more closely. Also, the amount of institutional money going into Bitcoin is truly remarkable. It appears that larger companies have started to see the potential of cryptocurrencies as a valuable asset. In the latest video from Crypto Banter, Rand Neuner reports live from the Bitcoin 2025 conference in Las Vegas. The conference, boasting over 30,000 attendees, spotlights the Trump administration's push to make the U.S. the global Bitcoin capital. Speakers included Vice President J.D. Vance, who predicted 100 million Americans will own Bitcoin, and Eric Trump, who affirmed the Trump family's Bitcoin maximalism. Various government officials, including David Sachs and Bo Hines, emphasized the White House's commitment to fostering a pro-crypto environment. Bo Hines hinted at the possibility of the U.S. government selling gold for Bitcoin, referencing Senator Lummis's Bitcoin Act of 2025. Several speakers, including Brock Pierce, Max Kaiser, and Michael Saylor, gave $1 million Bitcoin price predictions. Beyond price talk, the conference showcased companies building on Bitcoin, including Blockstream, Block, and Gemini, along with retail adoption initiatives like a Bitcoin store aiming to break a Guinness World Record. The video also covered the story of James Howell, who lost 8,000 Bitcoin in the release of Ross Ulbricht. The level of government support for Bitcoin showcased in the video is remarkable. It seems the narrative around Bitcoin is really shifting from a fringe asset to a central piece of the financial future. The sheer number of attendees and the diverse range of companies present underscore a growing momentum within the Bitcoin ecosystem. The optimistic predictions, even reaching $1 million, while exciting, should be taken with a grain of salt given the inherent volatility of the crypto market. The emphasis on building actual applications on Bitcoin, rather than just speculation, is a healthy sign of a maturing market. In the latest video from DataDash, Bitcoin hit its highest monthly close ever, around $104,000, coinciding with Trump media's reported $2 billion Bitcoin purchase. DataDash shows how ETFs added over 50,000 Bitcoin in May, with total ETF holdings nearing 1.4 million Bitcoin. The video also covers Ethereum's price action following recent upgrades, suggesting a potential upside towards $3,100. The S&P 500, represented by the SPY ETF, is also analyzed, with potential targets of $693 to $750 if it breaks into new all-time highs. While the news of Trump media's Bitcoin purchase is attention-grabbing, it's essential to remember that markets fluctuate. The overall positive trend in Bitcoin and ETF accumulation is encouraging for long-term growth, but short-term corrections are always possible. Ethereum's price movement is interesting to watch, especially after the recent upgrades. The fact that it's holding above key support levels could suggest further upward momentum. It will also be interesting to see how S&P performs considering the geopolitical tension related to mentioned tariff wars.